Ha! Making a video. Yay. Yeah, pretty much. That line straight? Well, straight enough. It'll have to do. So yeah. Sorry, there's a little bit of fan noise. I'm making a blueberry pie. Yeah. Thanksgiving, you know, and such. Yeah, I haven't slept for 2 days again. I don't know, I've been doing this being awake thing for some strange reason. So it's like, 2 hours sleep a day or something. But I like it. It reminds me of my youth. So that's kind of good. I'm eating grapefruit. There was grapefruit on sale. Maybe that did it for me. Yeah. So anyway, just a lot of things I've been wanting to do. Just have a very long list of things to do. And so I've just been very busy. Anyway, this guy has made another video, obviously. Same old mush, so I just thought I'd play it. 32 seconds or 26 seconds. Yeah, I don't know what to say. This is the nature of philosophy, is these cliches and this, let's see how fast we can close the door on any kind of idea of even bothering making an argument, because everybody's just going to reach for phantasmagorical escape hashes all over the place. Just find some way to say we don't really know anything, when we really do know just about everything that matters. We know where we came from, we know what we're constructed out of, we know what we're built to do, and we know we can observe that there really isn't anything else in the universe to do but entertain needs we create by existing. That there isn't any job to get done in the universe. The universe isn't going, help me, help me. It's not doing that. It's not saying, I could sure use a burrito. It's not doing that. We can't make it a pie. There's just absolutely nothing the universe needs us to do. So whatever we're doing, we're just doing it because we need it. And we need it based on a biological mechanism that doesn't make us any more functional than a lizard, unfortunately. It's a practical matter. So anyway, this guy would like to say otherwise in some kind of bizarre and strange and convoluted manner that makes absolutely no sense at all to me. And then he does it in this way where he pretends like he's not insulting everybody. Not insulting their intelligence. It's the same old dodge. Yeah, you're not coming right out and saying you suck or you have no character, but you don't have the balls to do that. Instead, you play this game with words where you don't even identify the person you're arguing with. I mean, he has this guy, Delahunty's name in here, but he's not really talking to him in any way, whatever. This is not a conversation with him. It's just amazing. So anyway.
When people cling doggedly to fixed positions.
When people cling doggedly to fixed positions, like water is wet, like what? The moon will rise tomorrow? Quote unquote rise. The sun will rise. What are you talking about? So again, vague, all over the place. Who are you talking about? In my experience, the people who are clinging doggedly to archaic and silly ideas like fish that eat people, and the people live inside the fish, and giant arks full of dinosaurs, and the people making up the stories and clinging to them, the silly, archaic, stupid stories made in a world where people didn't know what evolution was, didn't know what a bacterium was, didn't know what thunder and lightning were, didn't know much about the world they lived in by comparison to now. Are you talking to those people? Who are you talking to? I don't think you are, actually, right? That's why you say atheism in here. So it's the atheists who are they're clinging to some sort of silly idea that we have kind of put the fables to bed and are stuck with an understanding of our function, okay, that's based on all the scientific evidence, all the physics, all the chemistry, all of it points to one thing, mechanism.
And then get angry, I guess, when you challenge them, or...
Challenge them with what? Nothing. That's right, they get angry because you're saying, I somehow won the argument and I didn't say anything. You didn't make an argument. You didn't present any evidence for this reasonable doubt. Where's the reasonable doubt? Where's the you don't even have the silly OJ theory, like the drug lords from South America, came all the way up here to kill OJ's wife. You don't even have a silly theory of Martians or something. Martians did it. You have nothing. Nothing. You're not challenging anything. You're just taking a crap and then saying, there, isn't that an argument? Crap? Isn't crap a good argument? No, crap is crap. You haven't said anything except, well, what's your theory? What's in it for me? Okay, that's the extent of his moral ideology. What's in it for me? So the truth is flexible, and the flexibility is clearly and pretty much stated by you, admitted by you, clearly intended to provide an out. So when it isn't to your advantage, when there's something like a proposed fact that doesn't look good for you personally, where you're not going to profit, well, you'll just shove that proposed fact into the bin and say it's not a fact. I'll just use escape hatch catch-22. I'll just use catch-22 and say there are no facts. There is no truth. Aren't you just the ultimate convenientist? A selfish convenientist? And you're saying that's challenging somebody? You're not challenging anybody. You're insulting everyone with a brain. Everybody who can do a little bit of rational, logical cognition. You're insulting them with this idea that we should somehow find it believable that the universe runs on selfish convenientism is the truth. That if I do what's in my interest and I pervert the evidence to justify my behavior, that somehow I'm likely to be doing something consistent with an accurate understanding of the value dynamics that are taking place among sentient beings on planet Earth. That somehow it's in the interest of all the other sentient life forms to make me happy. Yeah. So why shouldn't anybody with a brain find you irritating as fuck? That you make videos saying this kind of crap, and you get something like 11 people will say, oh yeah, that sounds good. That's right. The universe should just feed me. Whatever makes me happy must be good for the universe. It's pathetic.
Or otherwise defensive.
No, there's no defensiveness. Where is the defensiveness? You're repulsive like Mussolini and Adolf Hitler and every other fucking bigoted idiot that ever walked the earth. Every jackass selfish fuck. Okay? You're not intimidating in any way besides the fact that you're just another evidence of the gross idiocracy of this blight that infects human beings and makes them incapable of doing the simplest, gee, I don't want it to happen to me, therefore I shouldn't make it happen to somebody else. I shouldn't do something to provide I shouldn't finance Fukushima. Yeah. I shouldn't make disaster for somebody else. If I don't want it in my backyard, I shouldn't be financing its construction in somebody else's backyard. And you idiots can't even figure that out. And you say you've challenged us, that you've somehow intimidated us so badly that we're running to some defensive position? No. I'm calling you out, asshole. You're a motherfucking piece of shit. You're a lousy, rotten, crappy human being that can't think rationally or logically because you're so fucking self-absorbed and your ego is so preposterous, monstrous that it has blobbed you into non-existence as anything called a thinking person. You're a fucking idiot.
Is that a stubborn clinging to a fixed position? Or...
You seem to have a fixed position. Your fixed position is, we don't know anything, especially we don't know any of that stuff that might impose an obligation on me to be civilized or decent or responsible. God, you people couldn't suck any worse. I mean, you know, you're a clan. Let's call it a clan. I'll have a cult and you can have a clan. Because that's all you have. You have a clan of assholes. These are all just fucking assholes. Noel Plum, asshole. My name guy, asshole. I mean, every one of these fuckers is just an asshole. Yeah, Mystic of the Sands, asshole. Warbles on a lot, asshole. Colossal asshole. Thinks alternators use 1 out of 4 gallons of your gasoline is being used by your alternator. That's what this fucking idiot thinks. Another fucking idiot.
A slightly panicked fear.
Yeah, there's no panic. There's fucking anger. You idiots like you have destroyed the prospects of civilization. You are harm causers. You are mayhem makers. You are reckless, sloppy, motherfucking cunt, selfish bastard fuckers. Alright, and you are the blight of the human race. You are an embarrassment to intelligence. You're an embarrassment to the 4 billion years it took to get smart enough to sit there and investigate reality and see the obvious, to examine the tortoises on the Galapagos, okay, to examine the beaks, to examine the owl that's hunting like a cat, to examine all the wildlife on places like New Zealand, you know, and draw the rational, logical conclusion that this world is evolving. To take the big giant skull with the giant saber-toothed tiger teeth in it and recognize and deduce something rational out of that evidence. Yeah, and instead you do what? You pretend you have no obligation to the 4 billion years of torture it took to build you. Fucking idiot.
That fixed position is not sustainable.
Says you. How much you want to bet? If we could bet that I could stick a fucking knife in your eye for eternity if you're wrong, would you be willing to go for it? Because I would. Okay? Yeah, if I'm wrong about evolution, you could stick a knife in my eye for eternity. Are you willing to take the deal? Somehow I have to figure out how to live forever so I can just keep dragging that knife through your fucking eyeball. Because you're just evil. You're a motherfucking evil prick to talk this goddamn fucking Teletubby bullshit. This is under religion. Okay? I mean, religious people, at least their mothers and their fathers, brainwashed them into it. Okay? They indoctrinated them into it. They never looked at any facts. They never looked at any figures. They just sit there and say, well, that's what mommy said, and they just never grew up any further than that. So you can make excuses for that kind of idiot. Okay, but you're not that kind of idiot. You did open some other kinds of books. You did hear some other words. You did hear some other voices. You even heard Nietzsche say, God is dead. And now we have to do something about it. Instead of doing the rational thing, though, you did the Nietzsche thing, which is, well, looks like it's Cockroach City, so I'm just going to be a cockroach. I'm just going to be the best cockroach I can be. Instead of realizing that, no, it could be Civilization City, and if you're civilized. That's right. Damn. Fucking evil creep. Ah. So, I mean, just, you know, you can't get any more obnoxious. Like, somehow he's made an argument, which he hasn't done. His argument is, ethics is, what's in it for me? And the truth of the world is, well, those are only facts. You know, wait, you have fossils? What, you have DNA? What, you have the human genome? What, you have, you know, geological evidence to define and pretty much, you know, totally blueprint, quote unquote, our evolution. No mysteries, no doubts about what's going on planet Earth. You're just a selfish little need machine. And the rational thing to understand is, oh yeah, well, selfishness is really great when you're the only person on the island. That's really, selfishness really works if you're in a little plastic bubble flying through space all by yourself. But selfishness makes absolutely no fucking goddamn sense at all if you're stuck on a planet with 7 billion other people and who knows how many billions of other sentient organisms. Yeah, then all of a sudden selfishness looks like the dumbest motherfucking trick in town. Dumber than a Christian. You're dumber than a fucking... At least they can figure out, do unto others as you would have others do unto you. At least they could figure that much out. Although they never believed it sincerely. But the point is, at least they could figure it out. That if I don't want it in my backyard, I shouldn't build it in somebody else's backyard. Gee. You people suck. You suck, you suck, you suck, you suck. You haven't made shit for an argument. You gutless coward. Why don't you name names and name the arguments you're attempting to say you have somehow scared into defensiveness? What philosophy have you scared into defensiveness? What philosophical postulate have you cast some real doubt on? Name it. And name your adversary, pussy.